Hold on. All right. So, this video is gonna be about vwap. Some of the uses. You can use it a variety of ways. This is just some of the ways I like to use it. So, here I have it written down. So the uses of vwap, you can use it for targets, exit and entry context. Alright, here's actually a nice example. I actually took this, so I'll go over that. And over undervaluation. Alright, so let's look at this on here. Same vwap, just a different platform. So let's start with entry and exit points, and then we can go over the targets. It's kind of in a row. So whenever you're looking for an entry, alright, let's start with over and under valuation, because that's the first thing you want to do. Then you want to enter, then you want to see if you're going to exit or not, and what your target should be. Alright, so the way I use it to see if we're over undervalued, so this is the average price we are trading. Alright, moves with price, whatever. This is where we're building value, right? So here around 9:30 market open, some people started going bid. Let's say I actually had a level up here, but let's say you had a level here for reference. You want to see price approaching this -2 deviation. Alright, and this deviation essentially, it helps you view when the market's overvalued, undervalued, as we cross this, because it takes a deviation from where the value is, where the average price is, and if we're anticipated to be overvalued, or we are overvalued, we're going to be crossing this deviation. Alright, so you see us start to cross this deviation as we break out of this AMT, fair value, whatever you want to call it. So you're like, alright, we're out of value, so we're probably going to want to return towards this, maybe point of control, vwap, same thing. You have a level, you see something on the DOM, footprint, right? You enter. Alright, we're above deviation, perfect. As you're riding it, boom, you see these large candles, imbalances maybe being made via, like, as we approach this VWAP, alright, something that we can see as we go back into the point of control or VWAP, this is a optimal place where we normally see absorption. So here, you want to be looking to see if we have absorption or not. I took these longs because I saw this had absorption. Alright, and is off of VWAP, and I wanted us to get to my level, which was up here. Alright, my level was this, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so here you could have gone bid, or just simply short here, close the position here. Alright, you see this imbalance, no re-entry or scaling opportunity, right, at a reoffer of this. So we go up to this. Alright, we're overvalued again. Alright, and you essentially want to look for your confirmation, whatever it is. Alright, so these deviations are just points to reference, along with auction market theory, which is what I use it for, to see if we're overvalued, undervalued. And I normally want to see these deviation points being hit as my trade plays out, kind of. Alright, or as I see my level start to play out. So, and when we have low volatility approaching market close, or low volume, I mean. This is very common. Us just going under the deviation. I don't know who the fuck is trying to trade right here. I don't know what the fuck your idea is. At least wait for this or this to get broken, tapped again. But you shouldn't even be trading at that, especially if we have low volume and we're just moving around. So you shouldn't get caught in that. But here again, this is around midnight. You do see that we have volume. But let's say you had a level up here, maybe it's a shelf, whatever the fuck you use. You see us approaching this deviation, you see your entry. Alright, boom, you take that. We run through this VWAP, we have a reoffer, we maybe have absorption here. Boom, I'm holding this to the next deviation, probably an unfinished auction down here, right? Boom. TP here, TP here. As we get to this deviation, maybe you have a level somewhere over there. Alright, this is just showing how the deviation should play out. Boom, you take this, alright, and you see absorption at the deviation. Boom, you play it up. We cross it, we tap into the VWAP, nice rejection. Alright, here in my case, I would have my stop loss right here, so I would get stopped out. But because I would be anticipating for this VWAP to hold and for us to cross over higher to these highs over here. But it ended up coming back. Yeah, went higher. If you just keep your stop break even and you don't trail it, you should be fine. But that's just how you can read it. Like here, you could have took some shorts, were overvalued, right? For me, I've gotten used to it. Like you see here, whenever we're just ripping price higher or lower, like you shouldn't just be shorting, oh, we're overvalued. Like it's just not gonna work, you see. Buyers are gonna want higher prices, sellers are gonna they're gonna have to flatten their positions eventually. I mean, sellers in here flatten their positions on this. Selling came in here, flatten their positions over there. So it's just gonna cause a trend. Alright. So yeah, that's how you can use it to confirm your thesis that we're overvalued, undervalued, and to see if you should exit or hold your trade. Alright. And there's other ways you can use VWAP. This is just it's 8-minute video, so it's pretty long, but I was showing examples. And I don't make videos, so it's not like I'm gonna be fucking good at it, but yeah, that's just how I use VWAP. I know people who basically they wait for us to make a pivot low, alright, at your level, see some absorption, you plot out the VWAP right here, VWAP, you plot it out, and then it'll start the VWAP moving with price, and you wait for us to retrace maybe into the deviation or to VWAP, maybe some other confluences here, and you look for absorption at this price, alright, while we're testing the average price from this pivot low, and then they play it higher. Alright, that's using VWAP at pivotal points. Me personally, I have another entry model. Sometimes I'll plot it out, but it's just not how I trade. But I have VWAP on all my footprint charts. Like here you can see one of my footprint charts. VWAP's on here. Alright, so it's just something that's very helpful to see. And it helps you, if you learn how to read VWAP. I mean, I just went over the basics and it's a long video, but it'd probably be a 1-hour video if I tried explaining everything. If it takes me 10 minutes to explain some shit like this. But yeah, that's essentially how I use VWAP. It's not hard at all. Like on my other footprint, you can see I have VWAP. But yeah, 10 minutes long.